I represent the people of Edo State. Mr. Chairman, I will plead with Senator. Please listen to my counter argument. I say counter argument. I didn't say counter to you. I hold the view that the GMD of NNPC remain totally disrespectful. He sees himself as above the law and even above the Constitution and even above the President of Nigeria. Mr. Chairman, sir, we are not children. We have managed in other situations before coming to the Senate. If a chief executive who is a serial breaker of our invitation, declining to attend our invitation, found that he cannot attend, for me it is an insult for his subordinate to be the one signing a letter to say my boss cannot attend. It is the GMD who should write to say, for XYZ reason, I am not able to attend. And that decision ought to have arrived here before today. To ask his subordinate to write, the kind of thing we do when I direct my clerk, my SLA, to write to someone. There are letters that the President of Nigeria will sign by himself. And yet, there are others he will delegate somebody to sign for and on behalf of the President. So, the fact that it was signed by the relation officer, for me, is an insult to this committee. And it reflects the low valuation of the chief executive. And sir, when laws are made, I will interpret them with emotion rather than face them squarely. They devalue the effort that is invested into the making of those laws. Number two, Mr. Chairman, with profound respect to you, maybe for the third time, you are apologetic that you are not saying anybody has eaten money. You are not saying any money has been misappropriated. You are only saying, yeah, the committee is not saying, the committee is only saying they should come and explain. That is not what the audit report suggests. And in truth and in fact, what cannot be explained must be deemed to have been stolen. It is their business to say it is not stolen. We can't make that excuse for them. Because the auditors, they had interface with them before they wrote up their audit report. And before it was forwarded to us, they were convinced that they have taken appropriate steps to obtain all the information they need with respect to all the issues raised in the report. And therefore, if they do not explain, I hold the view that the money cannot be accounted for because it was misapplied, misappropriated, or stolen, or both. Lastly, sir.
Your time is off.
I think you should respect co-colleagues.
Go on. No.
Lastly, sir, I think that the idea of deviating or bending our rules every time makes us look unserious. We have taken decisions in the past, and we are bound by our own decision that we will not hear anyone except the chief executive of that organization is present.
That's it.
I hold the view that we cannot now bend it.
At all.
Whatever bedroom or informal conversation that has happened between any member here and any member there, we take no judicial note of it because we are not even supposed to have those informal conversations in the first instance. I plead that members keep those conversations to themselves so they do not prejudice this conversation.
Thank you.
I think that said, and having convinced myself that this is willful refusal to attend, we should invoke the appropriate powers as stated in the Constitution and commit them under a warrant of arrest and have them brought here by fire by force to account for those monies which the audit report suggests they are in their system and they have not digested it. That is my position.
Yes, he has done well.
No. I am not talking of individual now. I'm talking about system, policies, and decisions.
Yes, thank you.